Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to all my regular viewers, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today's video is a little bit longer than normal because I'm videoing both hands being done. Although they are done the same way, there's nothing different in each hand, but I just decided to keep it in for the video just to let you see the full acrylic application. So I've already prepped the nails. I've applied my Glitterbels Extreme Length tips, and I'm now applying my glass slippers clear base. As usual, all the acrylics I'm using today are from Glitterbels. I'm not going to show both hands being done with the glass slippers. Again, it's just to keep the length of the video down for you guys, and it literally is just a very, very thin layer of glass slippers. It just helps the nails to stop lifting whenever you're doing coloured acrylic. Sometimes it does, if you don't do this, sometimes it does just lift a little bit more than usual. And it also, if we were using any darker coloured acrylics like black or navy, sometimes it does leave a little stain on the nail plate. So we just have to put this little base on the nail, and that just protects it. It also means as well, whenever we go in to change the design, we've got something to file back to rather than file back to the natural nail. So the nail is always protected. I'm starting out with Tinkerbell Sheer on the little finger, and I'm doing a full coverage of that all over the nail. But you can see the natural free edge just peeking through, so I will be adding a little bit of glitter just to help hide that a little bit. Now you may notice in some of the other fingers that there is slight differences to the nail plate. So this nail clippings have been sent away, and what is on the nails is actually psoriasis. So psoriasis can present itself as pits on the nails, like little depressions on the nails, but it can also present itself like this. So there is a bit of onycholysis because obviously the psoriasis has made the nail the nail plates lift off the nail bed. But definitely, if you have a client that presents their nails like this, very, very simple for them to go to their GP and have some nail clippings sent away, and they get the results, within a few weeks. So this is what happened with my friend, and it is psoriasis on her nails. So again, on the little finger, just to add that little bit more of a camouflage, I've went in with some of the little butterflies, and again with just a little bit more glitter just to make sure that we hide that natural free edge. And then I will go ahead and I'll cap this nail, and then I'll move on to the ring finger. I just want to make sure that all the butterflies are encapsulated. Moving on to the ring finger, and I'm getting in with Violet Skies, and as you can probably see, Violet Skies is one of the acrylics that naturally marbles. So I'm just swirling it about on the nail plate just to get that colour consistent. So the ring finger is going to be an ombre of 3 different colours. So the first one, as you can see, is the Violet Skies, and then I'll go in with Unicorn Tears in the middle of the nail, and I'll ombre that down into the Violet Skies, and then I'll finish the ombre off with Petal Candy. So the shape that we've went for today is tapered square, and using the Glitterbels Extreme Length tips, it's so easy to do this shape. And if I was going to do more of a coffin shape, I would just take the sides in just that little bit more. I just went in there, back in there with a little bit more of the unicorn tears, because the Petal Candy, even though it's a lighter colour, it's actually quite a strong colour. It's very, very highly pigmented, and it just seemed to totally like blur out the unicorn tears. So I just added a little bit more. I'm not being too particular about this ombre because I am going to add a little bit of Opal Crush, just in that sort of swishy-esque movement that I normally do. On now to the middle finger, and this finger is, it's not really like a marble, but it is like a marble, if you know what I mean. It's kind of, me and my friend were discussing it when it was being done, and we were like, is it a marble, is it not? But then she came up with kind of like a watermark, which I thought just described it great. So I'm using the 3 colours that I used on the ring finger just to create this. And basically I'm literally just putting acrylic, like the different colours of acrylic, all over the nail, really, really wet, and just kind of blending them all together just to give it even like a tie-dyed look. I think it, you know, it's sort of created. Anyway, when this nail was finished, I just think this is my favourite nail of the whole set. I like the 2 middle fingers. I just think this look is so nice. Onto the index finger now, and this is just going to be a full coverage of Petal Candy. I love Petal Candy. It's kind of like just a couple of shades, just that little bit brighter than a baby pink. You know, it's one of my favourite colours. I absolutely love it. Sometimes it will marble, but if you just work with the product and let it kind of start to level out itself, once you start to move the product around the nail, you will find that the marbling goes right out of it. So onto the thumbnail now, and we're just deciding here, you can see we've just decided to do the thumbnail the same as the ring finger, but we're changing it up very, very slightly, and I'm not working the Violet Skies, so there is a little bit more marble in it. I do work with it a little bit, but no, I was happy enough to leave the marble in this one because again we were going to go over with some of the Opal Crush. Sorry, I can see that I'm slowly but surely just starting to get out of frame. Now that I've put all the acrylic on the first hand, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cap them all in glass slippers. Again, I am sorry that it's slightly out of frame, but I do catch on and I move the hand back. That middle finger is so pretty. I really like how it's turned out. I think all these colours, they just kind of work together. I think I actually used these colours before in another set, but oh my goodness, they just work so well together. So just to keep the length of the video down, I'm not going to show the rest of this hand being capped in glass slippers. So this hand is going to be, you know, just the same as the first hand that we've done. I'm going in with the Tinkerbell sheer. You can see on this hand just how the psoriasis has affected those nails. So you can see it's right in the ring finger, the middle finger and the index finger. If you're ever worried when a client comes in and they do, you know, their nails don't look normal to you, if you're not happy working on them, don't. And you know, in the UK and Northern Ireland, it is quite simple for us to go to our doctors, our GP, and just ask them, you know, could they send some clippings away just to confirm what it is that's going on in the nails, because there's sometimes that some fungal infections sometimes can look very similar to this, but there would be more colour and there would be like gunky stuff is all I can say would be under the nail. But under these nails it's completely clear. There's no, you know, there's nothing in it. It's just the psoriasis is presenting itself as onycholysis. So because I know the history behind these nails, because it's actually my best friend, and when the clippings were sent away, even I was surprised, you know, that they came back as psoriasis. Her nails were absolutely perfect. I was so jealous of her natural nails before this happened, and you know, they were so white, so strong. But it's strange that this happened during pregnancy. And again, just I'm putting on the glitter and the butterflies just to try and camouflage the natural free edge that's showing through the Tinkerbell sheer. So back onto the ring finger on this hand, and I was out of frame at the start of this, but I caught on quite quickly and I moved the hand back, as you can see. So again, I've went in with the Violet Skies firstly, and I'm just playing with that product just to get the marble out of it, and then I've went in with some of the Unicorn Tears and I've just feathered that down over the Violet Skies, and then I'll go in with my Petal Candy and just ombre that down into the other colours. then just to finish that nail off, I went in with some of the Opal Crush just in that swishy S movement. Onto the middle finger again, and it's going to be the same as the other hand, and it's this kind of watermark sort of marble. So I went in with Petal Candy up at the cuticle as well as the Violet Skies. I'm not working with the Violet Skies because I want that marble, so I'm literally just, I'm working really wet, and I'm just kind of blending each bead of acrylic into the other. I absolutely loved how these turned out, and because I did like them so much, I didn't even want to put any glitter over these nails. I just love them as they are. On again to the index finger, and I've went in with my Petal Candy, and you can see that I did kind of swirl the product about on the nail because I want the colour consistent, and Petal Candy, it does have a tendency sometimes to marble a little bit. So I'm finishing off this set on the thumbnail, and it's the same as the ring finger, so I'm doing the 3-colour ombre, starting with Violet Skies at the free edge of the nail, followed by Unicorn Tears, which Unicorn Tears is really nice. It's like a a mauvey lilac-y, but there is a hint of shimmer to it, which I really like, and I think that it goes really well with this set. And then I'll finish up at the cuticle area with the Petal Candy. So I'm just adding my little swish of Opal Crush, and then I'll go ahead and I'll cap all the nails in glass slippers. Now that the nails have all been capped and they've all cured, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my filing and shaping. So I'm doing my normal filing routine where I start at the sidewalls. I make sure they're nice and straight. If your sidewalls aren't straight, your nails will never be straight. So always make sure that you start at the sidewalls and make sure they're really straight. Then I go to the lower arch and I make sure that's nice and straight and coming out in line with the natural nail. Then I would normally follow with going to the free edge and I make sure that's nice and straight. Once I'm happy with all of that, I then go to the cuticle area and make sure that's nice and flush and that there's no obvious kind of like step between the acrylic and the natural nail. And then I'll just go around the rest of the nail, just filing and buffing, making sure that there's no obvious lumps and bumps. I'm also going to use my E-file and a cuticle E-file bit just to make sure that the cuticle area is really nice and flush. Once I've finished with my hand file, I normally go in with a buffer, but before that I like to look at the nails from the client's perspective. So I turn the hand around and I look at them from that angle just to make sure that they're nice and straight and that there's no lumps and bumps that the client can see. So now that all the filing and shaping has been done, I'm going to give them a quick wipe over with some alcohol just to remove any of the dust, and then I'm going to go in with top coat. So we're not going to get the big wow with this set because there's not a lot of glitter on it, but what glitter there is, it's great to see it come to life once we apply our top coat. So normally if I'm going to be putting rhinestones on like my silicone hand, I will always like cure them into the top coat, but because this is actually on real hands, I'm using my gripper glue. It's from CJP. I absolutely love it, and it holds those rhinestones in place until they come back for their infills, and I literally have to apply them off with tweezers. As usual, just to keep the length of the video down, I'm only going to show a couple of the nails getting their rhinestones put on. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a cuff around the cuticle area of the middle finger, and then I'm just going to do a little half side cuff on the ring finger. And here's the finished set, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can go ahead and do that now. And I will see you all in the next video. So take care. See you soon. Bye.